All right, this is how to do long division. This is Mr. Stitchin and Core 4 is going to help me out. So the first problem here, Core 5, Core 5, right? Sophie, which number goes where in our little division bracket?
23 goes inside and 8 goes outside.
Very good. 23 goes inside, 8 goes outside. Remember, the top number always goes inside. The bottom number always goes outside of the parentheses, or of the division sign. Right? So the first step in solving this is to do what? You should be thinking what in your head, Meg? Very good. So can someone please tell me 8 times something will get me close to 23. But remember, it can't go over. It has to be less. Chesmore? 2. Very good. So I'm going to put the 2 up here. And again, you don't have to write these little equations on the side, but I think it helps you figure out where the numbers on top come from. 8 times 2 is 16. What do I have to do with that 23 and 16 now? Minus them or subtract them. So I get 7 when I subtract those. Remember, 7's like our leftover or our remainder. We can't leave it like that. So what do we have to do? We're going to have to add something to this.
A decimal.
A decimal and what?
A 0.
A 0. And bring down that 0. Now that 7 becomes 70. So now steps repeat themselves. How many times does 8 go into 70? 8 times. So 8 times 8 is 64. Okay? So can someone please tell me what 70 minus 64 is? 6. I'm still not done yet. I still have leftovers. So again, steps repeat themselves. Ethan, what am I going to have to do now? Very good. So now it's a 60. So again, steps repeat. 8 goes into 60. How many times? 7. Thank you. 8 groups of 7 is 56. Okay. So again, I subtract those, and what do I get? I get what? I get 4. Okay. Last step. I'm still not done yet. Almost done, but not quite. I still have a leftover. What do I have to add and bring down? A 0, right? Another 0. Yes, this problem was long. We added 3 zeros. 8 goes into 40 how many times? 5 times. And 8 times 5 is 40. So when I subtract those, I get 0, which means what? When I get 0, I am done. Okay, so here is my answer. 2.875 or 200 or 2 and 875 thousandths. Okay, that is the first example. Okay, again, each step is in a different color. The second example, I'm going to erase this real quick so we have room for the second one. If I set the second one up, can someone please tell me what number goes where? All right, what number goes where?
18 goes on the inside, 25 on the outside.
Very good. 18 goes on the inside, 25 on the outside. Now, this is a interesting problem because I think most of us know that 25 does not go into 18, right? So what do we have to do if 25 does not go into 18? Not even a whole time. A part time, but not a whole time. What do we have to do?
Add a decimal and then a 0.
Very good. It goes in there 0 times. And again, I can add a decimal and a 0. Now that 18 becomes what? What are we thinking that number is now?
180.
180. So can someone please tell me how many times 25 goes into 180?
7.
7 times. Thank you. 25 times 7 is 175. Okay? So, when I subtract those, I get a leftover of 5. Right? Oh, that was an ugly 5. Let me try that again. Ooh. 5. Okay? Now that's a leftover. I don't want a leftover. So what do I have to add and bring down then if I don't want a leftover?
A 0.
Another 0. Now that becomes 50. Now I should know how many times 25 goes into 50.
2.
2 times 2 times 25 is 50 exactly. I subtract those, I get 0. There's my answer. Okay? So the whole key is when you have a number outside that's larger than the number inside, you have to add that decimal point and that 0 right away to make that number larger. Okay, we're basically taking that number, multiplying it by 10. We're dividing that number, dividing it into tenths. Okay? So that is a couple examples of how to solve long division. Thanks to Core 5 for helping me out.